Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to this storage video with inner and outer sleeves I'm using. I'm doing this video because after each upload of one of my videos, and I'm showing you records I get requests about the sleeves I'm using, if I have some recommendations of sleeves, and I thought instead of answering the same question with the same answer all the time, I'll make a video and show it to you guys. One thing I like to point out with recommendations and stuff like this, every product, everything you see is paid from my own money. I'm not getting anything for free, anything additional, discount, or some of that stuff. Everything you see I bought from my own money, and I'm using these products because during my experience for the last 20 years, for me personally, this is the best product to use. This is not meant to be that I say you need to do this, otherwise your records are burning up in fire. It's just the way that I'm doing it. Another thing is someone pointed out to me that he thought that I was using PVC sleeves, and he said, oh, please don't do that, you're damaging your records and all of this. Thanks so much for pointing that out. I'm not using PVC sleeves because of the negative effects it has on records. And there's a channel on YouTube which is called Polygram Auctions, and this person is doing all kinds of Beatles stuff. I'm not into Beatles, but this channel is tremendously good. He does a great effort in doing these videos, and the knowledge this guy is having is blowing my mind. And he did a tremendously good video on PVC sleeves and why not using them, and he did it way better than I could ever do it. So I'll give you the link in the description, and if you want to know about PVC sleeves, check out the video. I can only recommend that to you guys. So let's talk about sleeves. I prepared something for you guys. So for the last couple of years, 10-15 years, I'm using the products from MoFi. The MoFi inner sleeves and the MoFi outer sleeves. And I think they're the best available products on the market. But in the United States, one package of the inner sleeves is, the last time I checked, it was 20 bucks. In Germany, you have to pay between 35 and 40 euro for one package, which is extremely expensive for inner sleeves. You get a great quality, but it's still extremely expensive. The same is with these kind of sleeves. The thing is, during pandemic, at least for Germany, you couldn't get any of these products. They were practically sold out. And I think the same was also with the United States, because I tried to order them over the website from the United States. No chance. So I had to find substitutes, and I tried to use for the inner sleeves this kind of product, Spin Care. I think there was some kind of Japanese product licensing stuff. They're okay. They're for a reasonable price. It's over a year ago where I bought these, so they went extremely expensive. So I think about 10 bucks, but I don't know how many were in them. But anyway, it's the surface, at least one side of them is the same material as the inner sleeves. Perfect, the record fitted perfectly in them. I had no problems with them, but somehow I missed the feeling of these kind of MoFi sleeves. And there are other products out there who were inspired by the MoFi sleeves. You get them way cheaper and there's the same quality. So I once again was searching for a very good substitute product of these, and I had been made aware of a company from Canada, and the company is called Vinyl Storage Solutions. It's I think a one-person show, and this guy does a tremendously good job, because he offers many variations of protection products for your vinyl, and yeah, that's just been great. The thing is, if you order there, if you are living inside the United States or Canada, if you're over 50 Canadian dollar, I think it was, you get free shipping. If you're outside these countries, you have to pay shipping, and you have to pay a certain amount of taxes and all of this. So once you get your package from this company, you, after a few days, you get a wonderful invoice from FedEx, who's handling the packaging and all of that. With certain other stuff, you have to pay. So at the end, it's still cheaper, but it's not so much cheaper. So anyway, these are the inner sleeves I ordered that come in this kind of package. They look like this, so pretty much looking the same as the mobile sleeves, with one difference, and you can get these in a different thickness. The mobile sleeves are very thin, so this person created sleeves with 2 mil thickness, 3 mil, and I also think 4 mil thickness. And you can also get these in various sizes, because I have some 10-inch records, and you can also get these for the 10-inch. And I must say, I'm pretty happy with these, and they're a good and cheaper alternative as the mobile sleeves. What I also ordered are gatefold sleeves, and I must admit, for me, they're just perfect. I'm not going to use any other product on my gatefolds. Never again. I'm only using vinyl storage solution products. I'll tell you why. The inner sides are protected. You have a very good hold. The record looks great. You have the flaps. You can order these with flaps or without flaps. I ordered these with the flaps. You can put in the record in front. You can put it inside, however you want to access the records. And once you're done with the record, you can close the flaps again, and everything is pretty much protected. Especially in this kind of year, here in Germany, the seeds of the flowers are spreading everywhere. They're spreading everywhere, and you can hardly get rid of them. And so I'm very thankful if the record is as closed as possible. The same size of these gatefolds also fitted perfectly to the relatively thick Marvin Gaye gatefold. This has a thickness of 2.5 centimeters, so it's pretty thick, pretty heavy thing. And the same sleeve that fitted this ordinary gatefold, you can see it, fitted perfectly to the Marvin Gaye thing. So I want to show you this as well. Open it up, inside's protected. I put the record back, and here I get a replacement copy of this one, as the 2 records which were in the set were not playable, but that's another story. Yeah, so if you have gatefolds, that works. One thing I want to point out, they are showing a video on their website, and I can highly recommend it, that you watch the video how to get the records in these gatefolds. Because it's a little tricky and you have to be careful. If you're not careful, the same thing that happened to me is, I think, pretty much happening to you as well. If you're not having gatefold records which are new or in a relatively good condition, if you have kind of records like I have with scuffed corners up here and here, and you put these in, you cause damage on your record. Look at this. Look at this scuffed corner. This has not been caused by putting that record into that sleeve, but it increased the damage because I wasn't careful enough. That's not the fault of the product, but you really need to be careful. Practice on a record which is not so important to you, that you can get the right grip on this. All right. These were the gatefolds I'm using, and let's talk about the ordinary 12-inch records. For this I'm using the dual pocket resealable outer sleeves. For me, is a tremendously good product, and he created something with this. For me, it's the perfect solution, and I'm a little disappointed that it wasn't my idea, because it's a great thing what he did with that. I put one out. They are looking like this. It's a little thicker than the Japanese ones, and it's really high quality thing. Where this white thing is, you put that stripe up, underneath is the glue, and you can open and close it to put the cover in. And there's a second pocket, that's why it's dual, where you can put in the record. So you have an absolutely closed cover, and this is the way to get the record in, and it causes no kind of friction or anything to the cover. Also here, one thing I want to point out. If you are not careful enough, and once again having old records like this, where the corners are here also scuffed and they are scuffed. Records sometimes have not the standard size. They have thicker paper or something else. So it's not so easy sometimes to get the record very smoothly into that sleeve. So you once have to be careful, because when you put in the record, you have to cause some pressure to get it in. It puts a lot of pressure on the corners of this record, and this can cause, especially with this one, that the corners are getting a little more damaged. Once again, it's not the product fault, it was my fault with not being careful enough. So once again, be careful when you have the feeling, oh, it doesn't fit in. Don't try to squeeze and push it. Be gentle, be careful to get your record in, and then you're having no problems. This is not happening very often. From 10 records, it might have happened to 2 or 1. I just wanted to point that out. So we will be putting a record in the sleeve so you have a better impression. But just to show you this, this is the record, which is absolutely sealed, and this is the second pocket where you put in the record. There are certain ways to do that. Some people are putting out completely with the inner sleeve, some other people are just putting it out that way. Decide how you want to do that. That's all up to you. So let's put in a record into an other sleeve. What I have here is the wonderful Prince Philip Mitchell top of the line record. If you are like me and keeping the old inner sleeves, what I'm always doing is I get a record, usually it's second hand, I clean the record in my record cleaning machine. Of course, the record is getting a new inner sleeve, and I put the old inner sleeve inside the old cover, and then I take the record and put it in here. So, as you can see, with this one it is smooth as butter, and then inside the record. An improvement, if possible. If you make this stripe on both ends, or just on one end, a little longer, you can just put that thing and get it off. Now I have to peel on the corner to get that stripe. No big deal, but it would, if you're doing this a few times a day, it would make life way easier. So now you have the stripe with the glue up here. This is the flap. I usually lay that down on a flat surface. You take that flap, I hope you can see that, you take that flap, push it over, press gently, and now you have the closed record. When you get the package from Canada, you always get a letter with it which says glue is a thing that reacts on temperature. So once you get the package, put it where there's room temperature and leave it there for 24 hours before you use the product. I don't know if it was the batch, but I also wanted to point that out to you guys. Maybe I'm the only one who's having problems with this, but after a few months, and you have that on your record shelf or somewhere else, at least I had it with some of them, the glue on the sides is stopping to glue. Maybe it's the pressure on it, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the batch I was having, but it's also no big deal, because I don't think that there's so much stuff getting into that. But maybe maybe I'm the only one, like I said, maybe it was the batch, but that was something, not such a great experience, but anyway, the product is still great and I'm still kind of using it. So we now have the absolutely sealed cover. And once again, second pocket, I take the record. Don't worry, I didn't scratch it on the table. I take the record in the sleeve, in the second pocket, hope you can see that. It's done. Some people pointed out that it would have been also great to have some kind of flap or possibility to close this second pocket as well, to make sure nothing goes in it. Honestly, if I have to go to the trouble, you know, I picked that thing out, and for me it's great that I have an easy access to the record and put it on my turntable. If I need to start to get on that flap again, or open some kind of glue once again, that would make it way difficult. And also the record is there protected with an inner sleeve, so I don't think that so much dust is getting on that record that you need this, but that's just my opinion. So we are done. Record is done, and you can put it on your shelf or wherever and be happy with it. So this is the way I storage my records for some time now. Pretty happy with it. I had maybe I had bad luck with my batch, but on these sleeves I was having the problem that on some of them there was a cut right at this place. Maybe a production thing, I don't know. They were still usable, and I'm not going and say, oh, there were 4 of my 25 ones which had a minor damage, but like I said, they were usable. But when you have this cut there and you turn that over, you get you get the problem that it's not really sealed and dust is coming in. So I I worked with some glue stripes to close them, but anyway, maybe it was just the batch. But otherwise, for me, what this person is bringing out on products is just tremendously good. They are also having now a distributor, sadly, in the United Kingdom. I was having some kind of rough experience with getting stuff out of the United Kingdom, but maybe this works out better. But it's called Mind Sleeves. Yeah, Mind Sleeve or Mind Sleeves. Put the link also down below. And they're not having all products as Vinyl Storage Solution is having on their website. Maybe this is changing in the future. But I think if you order there, I never ordered there, but I think if you order there, it's way cheaper than getting that stuff out of Canada. But if you are living outside the United Kingdom, I think there is also stuff with extra thing you have to pay, because the UK is no more in the EU. So you know what I'm talking about. If you order that stuff, it's kind of difficult, but it's also getting more difficult to get stuff once again into the United Kingdom. But Brexit is another topic for another time and another place. So I hope this video helped you guys. It cleared up some stuff. And if you have questions, put it in the comments below. Write me an email at nadine@souldisco.de. And yeah. That's it so far. I'm wishing you all a great week. We have a tremendously good weather up here. Sun is shining. The weather is sweet. So yeah, wish you all the best, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you next time. Bye.